Fanny's Cafe, and her real name is Joan actually, but she's the proprietor. Absolutely wonderful woman, like all Welsh people, and she cooks a wonderful Welsh breakfast, and it's been a pleasure meeting you, Joan.
Thank you.
And the very best of luck to you in the future.
And good luck on your journey.
This is the second day I've been here for my breakfast, and today I'm going off to cross the Severn Bridge, and that's the end of Wales for me, so the best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye.
Bye. Good morning. It's 9:15 a.m. on Tuesday the 23rd of October, and I left Newport probably about an hour ago actually. I caught an early train this morning from Chepstow, the 6:19, even though it was running late and it was a bit slow. Got into Newport and found myself a nice little cafe for one of my special breakfast, give me some energy, because I think I'm going to need it today. I don't necessarily have an agenda other than to say it would be very nice if I reached Chepstow and walked across the bridge. So that's my dream, but it's 21 miles from the last signpost that you saw. So, alright, having walked sort of 3-4 miles already, if not more, to get to where I am now, and I'm not far from the Bristol Channel and the walk along the coastal path. I've shortcutted just a little part of it because I didn't see the point in walking all the way back to the Transporter Bridge after my experience the other night. I don't ever want to see the Transporter Bridge again, when I could see it probably a mile away, and it took me, well, it would have taken me about 4 miles to get there. And I stopped at a pub when it got dark. I slightly sprained my ankle because I fell, well, I didn't fall, I tripped over something in the darkness, and I thought, that's it, I'm going to get a taxi. It was only for the last couple of miles, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, so I'm just heading now down to the riverside and heading towards the Severn Bridge. I've got choices. I've got 3 different choices. I could stop at the Severn Tunnel Junction and get a train from there to Chepstow if I don't feel as if I can walk any further, or I could walk to Caldicot, which is just slightly further north, and get a train from there, or I could walk all the way to Chepstow and walk over the bridge in the morning. I've got all day tomorrow to finish off what I don't get done today, so I don't see the point in wearing myself out completely, but it would be very nice if I could get it done today, which would leave me tomorrow completely free to just edit, get myself cleaned up, and I'm heading on Thursday up to Wells to see my friends Pete and Les. Then on Friday I'm going to Birmingham to go and see Sarah Millican with my daughter Sam, and then on Saturday I'm driving all the way down to Cornwall to Crackington to stay with my friend Steve Johnson and his wife Karen and their daughter, and I can't remember her name, I'm sorry. And Steve and I are going to do some serious walking, and Steve's going to help me out with some of the logistics on the south-west coastal path. And I know I've said all this before, but for new viewers, I'm skipping the part from the Severn Bridge to Bude, I'm hoping to get to Land's End by the end of November, and if the weather's still good, something like it is today as an example, or the nights are going to be shorter, the days are going to be shorter, should I say, so I'm going to be limited to how far I can walk in daylight hours. I refuse to walk in darkness. It's stupid, it's dangerous, and it's not necessary. It was a little bit cold first thing this morning, only 4 degrees. Bit of ice on the windscreen of some of the cars that I was passing, but the sun's come out now. I was in danger of overdressing when my first reaction when I got up this morning out of my nice warm sleeping bag, thinking, well, it's a bit cold, I'll put my jeans on. But I talked myself out of it. I'm still wearing shorts, and I've just got a jacket underneath this waterproof, and there's plenty of room in my rucksack when it comes to putting it away if it gets rather warm. So I'm up for it, I'm excited. I've had some very interesting phone calls. I spoke to my wife at length last night, that was very nice. I rang my friend Ralph, if you remember Ralph, who was giving me a lift here, there and everywhere when I was on Gower, and he got this bad cold. Well, he's better than he was, but he's still not recovered yet. But I had a nice long chat with him, and when he's fit and well again, he's going to come and do some walking with me, whenever. So that's about it. Quite a lot to say this morning. Just one more thing. Rosemary Hick has suggested that she's going to knit me a new purple pom-pom hat because I lost my old purple one, and we was just exchanging one or two things on Facebook last night and thinking of a name where she knits the hat and I wear a different one every day. This is just a fun thing. It's kind of modelling these hats, you see, so we thought we'd call it, or I thought we might call it the Hick and Hawkins. Sorry, the Hick and Hawkins hiking hats. But if you're from Yorkshire, it's all one word. It's Hick and Hawkins hiking hats. So I think that would be a good name for it. Hick and Hawkins hiking hats. I'll see you later. Well, it's 10:15 now, and I've just got to the Bristol Channel, and this is Darren, who's here, and he's got his camera with him, and he's a bird watcher. So is there anything particular that you're coming to look for this morning, Darren?
Nothing really. I've heard a few reports of one or two birds in the area which I might get a chance to look at. I'm a complete amateur when it comes to bird watching.
Right.
So I'll spot some stuff and hopefully take some photos and maybe get some expertise on identifying them later on.
Right, that's a good plan. And you're not from this area, you're from Cardiff, you were telling me.
From Cardiff, so about 25-30 minutes drive.
Yes.
Not too far away.
Yes. I know at Cardiff I passed through the day before yesterday, and it's changed immensely since I was last in Cardiff, and it still looks a bit shiny and new, but nevertheless there was lots of people around. And it must be good for business and stuff, you know, and the Cardiff Bay area is quite remarkable compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
What's your views?
Well, it used to be an industrial wasteland, so getting people in there now, going there for a beer and a drink and a good time is fantastic to see that the area's changed so much.
Yes, absolutely.
It's still constantly changing. So.
Yes. That's great. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you, Darren. I know it's only briefly,
it's a
and have a nice day, and I hope you get some decent shots of your birds and stuff.
I'll do my best, and good luck to you on your continued walk around the UK.
Thank you very much, Darren. Thank
pleasure.
you. Very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Now I've bumped into these very nice unusual people who are actually cycling around, and they're from Australia. And your name is?
Bruce Worry.
Bruce.
Marg Hayes.
And Marg. Pleased to meet you.
Hi.
And so tell us a little bit about your adventures so far. You know, where did you start and where are you finishing? What's your plans?
Well, we started in John O'Groats in March, but we got to the Lake District and Bruce fell off and broke his arm. So we had to stop our journey there, and we went home to Australia for a few months. And we've now come back to restart our journey. So we started again in Preston about a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And we're on our way to Morocco via Land's End.
Morocco via Land's End.
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
We'll catch a ferry across.
Yes.
Probably from Plymouth or Southampton, because we don't have a choice. We just go wherever we want.
Well, Weymouth would be the best one. That will take you right down to like Santander in the northern Spain, and then you could cycle through Spain.
But then we miss France.
Miss France.
Right. You want to particularly go to France, right? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll do France, then Spain, Portugal, down to Morocco.
That's fantastic. And how long is that going to take you then?
We have to be out of Europe in a couple of months' time. We're only
Right.
allowed 3 months in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, as Australians. So 3 months in Europe and then 1 month in Morocco.
Very nice.
And then go home via Thailand and spend a month cycling in Thailand.
Yes. Wow.
Just something different.
You don't do things by halves, you Australians, do you? You were telling me that you've actually cycled all the way around Australia.
Yeah, 25,000 kilometres via the highest mountain in each Australian state. So just something totally different.
25,000 k around. That's incredible. That doesn't. So how many miles a day are you actually doing then, Bruce? I mean, on average.
At the moment, we're probably doing about 40 miles per day.
Yes.
Although us Australians talk in kilometres because we get more kilometres per mile.
So are you in Australia? Are you in miles or kilometres then?
Kilometres.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it makes it much longer.
Well, that's right. Yes. I mean, I used to live abroad in Bulgaria, and it's kilometres there, and I still think in metres. I still talk on this. I've got 200 metres, and I turn the corner.
Well, you can change it. You can do both ways. Feeters.
Feeters?
Yeah, feet and metres.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So, where's your destination today then? Where are you heading?
Today we're heading to Chepstow to see some friends.
Oh, well, that's good. Oh, well, I'm going to the same place actually. I'm in Chepstow. My camper van's there now. And are you going for a few beers tonight then, do you think? Or is that
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's been a real pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, it's been great meeting you too.
I know we're ships in the night, but I could spend a lot of time talking to you people because you're lovely, adventurous people, and oh, look at that, that's fabulous.
We might see you further down the track anyway, you never know.
Well, let's hope so, and keep
possible.
in touch, and I've got your card and you've got mine now.
Sounds great. Excellent.
It'd be lovely to meet you again someday.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay.
No worries. Have
Nice.
a nice walk. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I've just met these very nice people and I've got to dash because your name's
Simon Little.
Simon's off to work and your name?
Beverly.
Beverly, and you're just out for a nice stroll. I'm sorry I'm telling you my life story here and want to be on the way now. But like all Welsh people, you're wonderful people, and perhaps the last Welsh people I'll talk to before I'm back in England. So yes. So have you got a message for me in Welsh?
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah, you don't speak Welsh.
No,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Right,
okay.
take care.
Bye-bye. It's 12:30 now, and I can clearly see both bridges now. In fact, I can see the detail so much on the first bridge, the new bridge, the first one I'll come to, that is. I can see so clearly that I can actually see cars, and I can identify the colours of the cars. So that's pretty close. I reckon probably about another 5k. So I should then reach Caldicot, where I'm going to stop and have a cup of tea. I'm gagging for a cup of tea, and I've nearly run out of water. This walk is very similar to when I walked from Cardiff to Newport. Really, it's just a bank along a river, and you know, there's not a great deal to see, and so therefore you're not really seeing many shots because they all look exactly the same. The tide is well out today, and so that makes it probably even less exciting in a kind of a way. The way I'm feeling at this moment is that I can complete the whole walk today. That might change because I've done 12, nearly 13 miles now, and to walk from here to Chepstow you'd be looking around about 24, 25, so let's say I'm about halfway. And that includes crossing the bridge as well. And I also want to do some filming of Chepstow because it looks a very nice place. Very oldie worldy, lots of history, there's a nice big castle there and everything. To celebrate, I think I'm going to go out and have a meal tonight in Chepstow. Don't have to do anything tomorrow apart from tidy the van up and edit this film, get it onto Facebook and YouTube as soon as I can, and then I'll be back in England. Haha. And I keep saying I'll be sad to leave because Wales has been brilliant. I feel as if I've been on a really nice holiday to a complete and utter foreign country. Certainly as far as the language and the signs and everything is concerned, it's been a foreign country, but the Welsh are wonderful people. They all speak English, most of them anyway. I haven't come across any that don't yet, let's put it that way. But I'm really happy with this. The weather's great this morning. I made the right decision putting my shorts on. I'm just about to take my jacket off and stuff because it's warm enough. There's a bit of heat coming through in the sun now, which makes it all the more comfortable. So I'm doing okay, and I'm heading now for, in the immediate future, I'm going to Caldicot, and that's, as I say, about 5k, 2.5, 3 miles. Won't take long. It's 2:45 now, and I've come off the coastal path at Caldicot railway station because I was quite hungry, dying for a cup of tea. I'd run out of water. I've walked about 14 miles now from Newport, and I'm at this point of making a decision what to do, and my first thought is have something to eat. So I've had a couple of Greg's steak pasties, which are very nice. I can recommend them. And I'm just enjoying my second cup of tea. And I'm going to press on. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to go for it. I've got plenty of time. I made a really early start this morning, as you know. And so this is I've never been to Caldicott before. It's market day and it's coming to an end now. There's still a number of stalls open, but I think most of the business must have been done this morning. It seems a pleasant kind of place. It's only a small town. And my feet are aching a bit, that's all. My legs are fine. I just had another injection, so to speak, of calories. I don't know how many calories, but that should keep me going all the way back now. I shouldn't be worrying about feeling lack of energy. It's surprising how I've learned that when you do start to, if you're going to do a big walk, like I reckon this one, it's going to be about 25 miles by the time I get back to the van. Let's just have something else to eat, anything that's got calories and that's tasty and enjoyable. So, been a nice little rest. I haven't seen many people this morning on the walk, apart from the cyclists from Australia and another couple of people to talk to. But I'm going to go and have a beer tonight to celebrate. I'm going to leave the van and go for a walk into the town and have a look around. It'd be quite interesting to do that. As I said before, it looks quite an interesting place. So, here we go again. It's 5:30 and I've kind of come to a crossroads situation here about what to do and how to handle this. I'm about half a mile now from the Severn Bridge. I found my way almost to the interchange, which will allow pedestrians and cyclists onto the bridge, but bearing in mind it's 5:30, I think I would probably be unwise to embark on crossing right now. There's not enough light. I don't want to spoil the occasion by there's no rush. I don't need to do it tonight. I can do it tomorrow, and so that's what's in my mind. But it's also given me a good look at how to go about crossing the bridge. The coastal path actually takes you to the roundabout, the intersection, where once you've set off there's no return. In other words, you're on your way to England. You can't change your mind, in other words. And the road actually crosses a river before it gets to the bridge. Whereas if I go to the other side of the bridge tomorrow morning, onto the English side, to the first services, can't remember the name now, but there's a services immediately after the bridge, where it would be a much shorter distance to walk, plus the fact that I've renewed energy, because I've just checked my computer and I've done 50,000 steps. I knew it was a long walk, but I didn't know it was 50,000 steps. That's somewhere in the region of 25 miles, I would imagine. I knew it was going to be, you know, somewhere around that, but I haven't finished yet. I've got to get back to the van, and that's another probably 3 or 4 miles on. So I've still got a lot of work to do. So, unfortunately, I'm the kind of person thinking, oh, I really want to do it, but I think I'd be unwise, and I'm going to turn down the opportunity, even though it would have been really nice to have included it in such a big day, and I really want to get it over with, but I'm going to leave it until tomorrow.